Right, it's always a great pleasure to come your way with the latest. But today we're hanging out with one beautiful young woman. She is doing so great for herself. She has a book out, and I haven't really read the book, but the title of the book says it all. She's here. I've heard a bit about her. I've heard a few stories about her, but it wasn't easy coming out with this book. And today we're here to talk about her experiences, the book, and of course, there were some things she was doing back then. She was a dancer. Hello, dear Stacy.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
You're pretty, and I mean, there's everything about you is glowing.
Thank you. Thank you. It's just grace.
Oh, we thank God. Now, I'm just looking at this book, and as I mentioned earlier, I said that I had seen this book, and I was wondering, you look pretty here as usual, but just the title, The King's Choice, that's actually the title of the book. What inspired the book?
The King's Choice is basically about, let me say, when we read the book of Esther, and then a big story about Joseph, it's about a poor orphan.
Okay.
That grace found, like somebody that nobody believed that something good will come out from. Somebody that it's all about somebody people suppress, you know, they talk evil, they try to take power out of you. That fought their way through, and then in the middle of the storm have encounter with Christ.
Wow.
And now release this book just to give hope to anybody out there that is going through something, that things that the orphans can also not make it. Like if you're poor, they're from a poor family, it's only for those who were born with a silver spoon in their mouth, and it's only those who have money or whatever it is. But this is a street child, this is a survivor. So I said the King's Choice because Christ came for all of us, and then I'm a King's Choice. I may be an orphan, but I have Christ. That is all that matters. But I said, you only see my beauty, you don't know my story.
Wow.
Yes, it means we shouldn't just conclude on people and then think of where they are today or underestimate anybody, because when with Christ and hard work and perseverance, we can also be among the kings.
Okay, you were talking about being an orphan. So does it mean you don't have parents? Like you never lived with your parents, you never saw them? I mean, what's the story behind that?
Yes. Now I know Christ. Back then without Christ, then I was truly an orphan. I want the orphans even to know that yes, I grew up without a daddy.
Wow.
Okay, I never know who he is. I think he's a sperm donor. Do it a tree. I'm sorry to bring in the tree. It's a tree. I think he was just passing by, and he donated in Bubuashi, and then, bam, this is Stacy. But I know my mom. Even her, I got to know her at the age of 17. She came around and then disappeared again. The next time,
wow,
she passed. So from childhood, yes.
Wow.
I was monk, right? Is it?
Yeah, a monk. You were a monk? Yeah.
Monk, and then as an orphan, being called names, being condemned, being, you know, all sorts of
names. Yeah. I read a little story about you. I mean, being an orphan, it seems you've gone through so much in life. I even heard you were like a kayayo.
Yes, I was a survivor, like I said. My great-grandmother was the one doing her best to help us. And then I have to sell kerosene, pure water, do some few outdoor. You know, I can sense where they are playing music back there, because sometimes a situation can put you
into something.
To be something that you don't want to do. But from there, the dancing to business was slow. The economy was tight. People were not giving back as usual.
Yeah.
So it's like the dancing business to become slow. So I have to go to Kaneshi just because I want 500 old cities, JJ's money, the green one, for a school fees. Because
that's like 5,000?
Yeah, old cities. Just because I want to go to a secondary school, and I want that to go and pick up the registration form. And nobody in the family want to do it because I was too determined. I was like a tomboy.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm very defensive because I have pain, and
Yeah, you
because
always
of what
fought
I
for
went
yourself.
through and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, nobody cares about me and all that. So they think nothing good will come out from me. They think I'll end up like anybody, but through it all, I survived in Kaneshi, being a kayo, selling a plastic bag, and also doing, when people shop, we say, Mommy, please, can I escort you to do the shopping? Some will pay you, some will say, God bless you. I'll look at them and I say, you know, I normally say stuff and I was so hungry and mean with myself and God, why me and all that.
Yeah.
But through it all, it was a learning process, and I am who I am today because I was on the field. Like sometimes, spirit of waiting and doing the job, perseverance, you know, and then just do the job and keep trusting and believing. So
you said you were a dancer. I mean, you were dancing. You were making money out of it as well.
Technically, back then I was doing outdoory and then funeral.
So it was more of the traditional kind of dance?
No, freestyle.
Freestyle. So
and then sukus, plazo and all that. But through the dancing and after the Kaya I joined a group called Miracle Dancers in Atiko. So I transpose now to video music.
Okay.
I perform with the Katie and I was the only lady back in here, Nana to four.
Okay.
I think that Waji Pata now, Pa Thomas, Keche Komia Pia Brunye, and then a lot of Sony.
Yeah.
So far, I think I've been featured in 96
music videos.
I have to say all before, you know, throughout the video, I got a Daviva, ATL people to sign me for modeling, so I did a few.
Wow.
And then I did the Daviva, A New Star Is Born, the commercial, the Blue Jean advert here in Ghana, and then they used me for Billboard and other stuff.
Wow. I mean, you were doing great with the music videos. I know when you do that, at least you get paid and all that. Or was it for free?
I have no idea. It was just to be known. Sometimes to, I believe that like the job we are doing today, it's not every job that you have to get an income. Sometimes give you the exposure and then it will link you or lead you to the right job. So but that's what I wanted to say. So through it all, I was working the musicians. I was working with Bandnest and Goodies and Abraham, the camera. They're all good, but the musicians don't get paid well. Okay. So it's like the BDU for Sokis, like Sokis money. Sometimes I'll come home and there is no food and I have to sleep. But you see me on the TV doing good blast, music performing and all that.
Wow.
And then my engineer and Jiaku Sika, the lady, and then shake that thing or Chami Kofi and shake that then Batima, Blen Chokoto, Back Conisa, or do it half camper.
Wow. Wow. This is so amazing. Well, I'm not surprised because you're a beautiful lady and I wouldn't be surprised. I'm actually now going to sit down to watch all these videos one after the other now that you have told me. And it wasn't paying off. So, I mean, with all of this, you have that exposure. You've done it now. Let me say you were okay. You were doing good by yourself. Is it not okay to come back into the industry, probably do one or two things? Even if not for music videos, you can do something in terms of entertainment, maybe something else. What do you think?
To be honest with you, I enjoy my charity job. That's when I flow. That's when my heart is like fulfilled. Like I feel so mingle and doing social works and all that. And I think I'll maintain that, but I'll rather enhance it and add other stuff that have to do with dealing with the human being more. Like more.
Did you you don't want to do it because it wasn't paying, or you just want to leave that behind?
Maybe they cannot even afford now. When the grace found you, know, things change.
Yeah.
If they are willing, I'm not saying maybe I won't do the secular musics. Okay, I'll do something that is decent because I'm a mom and I'm a role model to my kids. I'm not saying dancing is bad or good, but it's experience. And what I went through, I wouldn't even wish for my enemy to. It was a survivor. Imagine you went to Kumasi to go dance. Yeah, I win the Embassy Club Pressure. I was the only female. I did the Sowa and then Lori. So those then dancing too. So I win 1.5 in Asante region together. But guess what? I will be in the bar. Sometimes because I don't have the money to pay, they will put me on top of where the luggages are. It depending which car is going. And it's a survival thing. Before I realize everyone is it's raining and stuff like that. And then the money I have, I'll use it to register myself. And if I don't win and I became 7, I have to go to another region too. And sometimes to have to sleep where they are, the townhouse, the community center where they are hosting the thing. Nobody knows. Or sometimes I have to look for the town, look for where they are doing a funeral or something to perform and get money so that I can transport myself to another place.
Right. So, you know, you were actually joining the cars at the buses, and you were kept at where the luggages were being kept. That's because probably you couldn't afford anything.
The money is also have to make a deal with the mates and put me somewhere when they're ready to go for. Yeah, sometimes, a couple of times.
So you have practically roamed every street. You've experienced it.
It's, let me prophesize, say it. Kobolo. Yes.
Wow. So at what point did you find Christ to say that, you know what, I'm tired, it's okay, and I just want to move out of all of this?
That's a good question. To be honest with you, I know God is there from the beginning, just that I don't have personal encounter with him because I was mad at my situation, you know, being condemned and called names and being taken power out of. You know, people make you feel inferior, like they suppress you.
Yeah.
Like they want whatever they are saying to become you. By worse, it even hurt than somebody stabbing you. Because you feel it, they have a way of pronouncing the things they will say to you that will suppress you, that will make you live a careless life or useless life, so that you become what they think. But I did not give up there because I know I have a potential. I know I can't figure it back then. Through my struggle in incarnation, you know, there was a man of God called Pastor Joe that would come and say, let's go to Bible teachings and churches and that. I wasn't Christian, you know. I haven't confessed Christ back then, but I know there is Christ. So I normally follow this man to church, not because I want to be a Christian. But me a cocoa tea, a Milo tea, today we call it hot cocoa in America. So I go there with bread, a slide of bread. So after the prayer, they give it there. So
you get something.
That is why I follow this man, and he was so patiently enough to have time for me, praying with me, taking me to the beach, and ask me to declare certain stuff and all that. He doesn't condemn me or judge me. He understands my situation, and for once in my life, somebody says, "Stacy, I believe in you." That was the turning point. That was all I was waiting for. Wow. Like the US, some people are waiting for hug, some people are waiting for appreciation, acknowledgement, and all, or thank you. Okay, so that was all. She said, Stacy, I believe in you. And I was like, okay, if this one man person believes in you, that means I can't go and stand at the street and let him down. That means I have to work hard, and through the process, and I confess Christ. Even back then, it was shaky because a comedy will not. If you are blending, sometimes, tell me the truth. If you are hungry, if you are not being trained or you have the foundation, it's going to be hard for you to be praying and expecting things to turn around. It was a tough one. But through it, though, I faked from the beginning. But with time, I was doing it to please him, not knowing I was getting involved in the thing. And that is it. That was it. And things begin to, the things that the man asked me to be declaring, you know, the signs, and that is how come I get the Blue Jean advert, I get the Viva ATL. Yeah. That is how come now it's like everybody says Stacy, Stacy, Stacy. I was like, okay. So if this power or this little dedication to this wonderful man here is working, then let me just embrace. I'm not perfect, I have my flaws, but since then I acknowledge that there is a God somewhere.
Wow. So am I to say that almost everything you have told me here is in this book, including the musicians, the parts dancing, how you did the Kayo bit, everything is in this book?
Just a little. We are talking about here. There's much. Like I did house help, living, people call me ghost. They have to give me pepper and garlic to chew, to come out and prove that I'm not a ghost. Due to favor that found me at the, serving and all that. It's deep.
Wow. So
really
am I
enjoyed
to
that.
say that this is probably a volume 1, or should I say this is the first part of the book? So subsequently, you'll be putting out more books.
About my true life story, no. No, I just don't want to
Put
give,
yourself
because
out there.
whatever it is, the media, you can skip the camera, but the memories and everything, I don't want it to come back and hit. I think this is for my true life
Perfect.
story. This, I have many books coming.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Many books coming.
All right. So this book is out,
Yes.
and we can actually get them in various shops.
Anywhere in your fashion boutique in Osu Blue Gate. Also in Amazon, eBooks, Barnes and Nobles, Walmart, anywhere online, Tonaton, and what have you.
So aside this book, I mean, before we wrap, aside the book and all the charity works you're doing, are you doing any other thing, maybe business-wise, in addition to what you're doing, of course, to get an income?
Yes, yes, I'm into buying and selling. One thing I've noticed is when you are doing this charity job, because of people that have abused the image of the job, a lot of people don't like giving or supporting. So every income, I would say for about 19 good years, I haven't received any package or any resource from anybody for this. I work hard, I open more business, I get my own income. As the Holy Spirit leads, I go and do my donations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're married?
Yes, happily.
Wow. How many kids?
A lot.
Wow. So that would probably you have that you
A
did.
lot. Sometimes you don't want to differentiate them because they feel.
Wow.
The moment they watch it or something,
They
so
can
a
tell
lot,
that.
I have a lot.
Wow. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Wow. So this is Stacy. I mean, this story is, sometimes you hear some stories and you're sitting there asking yourself, am I the only person who has been through life this way? Well, guess what? Sometimes you hear people's stories and then you get to realize that what you have been through is just something small. I have heard so much from Stacy. I have learned so much from her. She's inspired me one way or the other, but most importantly, this book is one amazing one. She's told me a bit of the story, but I bet you if you read this book, perhaps you will get to hear more, know more, and know what to respect or do for yourself in the future. Any last words before you wrap up? Of course, I'm sure anybody who listens to your story will ask themselves, how can I also come out of it? What do I do from here? What next for me?
I just want to urge and dare them that the spirit of waiting and believing in yourself. Don't settle for less. Our good God did not create any useless thing at all. Those who are not meant to be will pass during the pushing process, and okay. So if you are alive and every part of your body belongs to you, that means you work something. So look for what works for you. First of all, you have to work, because if you don't work, you don't expect. And then I pray to my fellow Ghanaian ladies that prayer is good, okay? Whilst you are praying, persevere, search, make the move. Whatever changes you are might not happen at night, but do not give up and feel comfort on your zone. Keep pressing, be loyal, be truthful, try at least, and be faithful in anything you do. And guess what? One day the same grace that found me will come on your way. And to the young beautiful ladies out there, when I think about what is going on now on the internet and everything, it's crazy, because our youth today, like I'm doing this vocational training in Bubuashi, where the orphanages for free. The numbers is like they don't want to. Nobody want to be on person. They
don't want to.
Or they don't want to. They're just looking for mobile money and all that. And yet we are complaining the ladies are missing. What is our parent? What is the generation? I know we're in advanced world and everything, but hey, if you cannot go to school, the way is not you prostitution or being, following wrong things for money. You can also make it and survive. So I urge you. I'm a living testimony to what God can do, or what even your own hard working can pave a way for you. Do not give up. Keep fighting and doing the job. Do the job and you earn the result. I believe in earning it and spending it. There's some kind of joy in I earn this. Not the other way around, relaxing and be at home and expecting mobile money and what have you. That is my advice to the youth out there, that earn it right and it's everlasting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stacy, and we wish you all the best. And as I said, go grab a book, read it, and inspire yourself. Thank you so much, Stacy.
Thank you.
Wow.